Knockwave as a potential hard engage on one side. The threat of that Renekton flank is obviously that much higher when you have Nocturne ult to turn off the wards, turn off the lights. And then on the
Berserker still far enough forward. There might be an opportunity here for Blabber. Meanwhile, APA going for that shuffle that I was talking about down here on the bottom side. It's Isles the target as Blabber goes in for the first blood. The Marshall Caden's going to claim it. As back in the mid lane,
we'll have to see, can he actually turn this into something? These are the last 5 times these players have actually matched up as far as series play was concerned. Inspired did win 3 of them, but I know all time the head-to-head is pretty heavily favored towards Inspired, and Blabber is. But Aurora can go invis, jump away, ult, bounce across the map. Like, it's really hard to lock down Aurora.
Ooh, hold on. Blabber goes in here, wants to try to scrap with Inspired over the chickens, but now Blabber is down to 40% HP. Inspired goes in, Cataclysm right back on top of him. Blabber is low. Saves grab the kill, Blabber is down. Inspired still fighting for now as APA is likely to drop here too, and Lyon shows their fangs. Inspired barely dies there at the end to bring the trade to a 2-for-1.
Yeah, Inspired didn't even have beautiful play there from Inspired. Blocks that, gets the heal, and should have been able to get out.
Hold on, we're not done. The violence continues here in the bottom lane. Isles, one more auto attack. He's going to take him down. Sven with the fadeaway rocket. Now wants to get it back on Berserker. Pops his barrier. Both AD carry to the edge of death. Berserker staying alive for now, but no! A double kill.
Up in gold. Let's watch this one more time. It's the Nami ulti to start it off, and Isles is just trying to sidestep this bubble that never even comes in. Sven nails the last rocket. But besides that, there's not really a lot of things he has to be scared of, so he's going to just get E'd by Nami and kind of walk forward.
Inspired goes in, but the Drake has already been secured by Blabber. APA with a 3-man ulti while Inspired has to flash over the wall to escape the C9 fire. Partially losing some of that patience. Thanatos over the wall looking for the opportunity to go in. Blabber wants to arrive here with the EQ, but the Herald's going to be slain by Inspired. Dokla now finds a kill, and Blabber is dead. C9 thought they wanted to fight for this, but Lyon was better prepared. They'll take the objective, they'll take Blabber, and they'll take a win here in this quick scuffle.
Yeah, nicely done there by Lyon, but Sven was pushing mid this entire time, so Sven is going to be picking up a decent amount of gold. Blabber did go down, and Inspired got the smite, so they do.
Feels compelled to back away. Thanatos does have his teleport ready to join up with this fight, but he is still top lane, and you can see pings coming out from the C9 side onto the top lane tier 1. They're having Thanatos commit to taking this, as the Herald is summoned up mid lane by Dokla. They're going to crash the Herald in. Big chunk of damage there. Almost all plates removed. It's a race for the first turret. Thanatos versus Lyon, and the first turret is going to go over to Lyon by just a single auto attack. Inspired claims that one.
Yeah, and they get the dragon too, so that is really good for Lyon. Also, very interesting tech here from Inspired. He's building towards Abyssal, so you're going to have that damage amp, that magic damage amp, as he's going in for the Orianna combo, right? So they're putting even more eggs in the basket here of this Knockwave.
There it is. They want to jump in after the Emperor. The Seeker's Arm Guard going to buy him a moment. The Sun Disc trying to protect APA, who stays alive for now.
Spell shield
goes
again!
For the shuffle, but the second time, Inspired plays so patiently. He waits on the spell shield, he blocks the Emperor's Divide, and he secures the kill.
That is actually insane, because APA didn't even do the obvious Pantic ultimate, where as soon as you get out of the fear, a lot of people will just mash ulti because they know they're going down. He didn't even spell shield then. APA.
But I feel like this is 3 times now we've seen this flash purposefully blown by C9 putting resources into it. Saints still 2-0-2.
Yeah.
Thanatos using the ulti down here in the bottom lane, trying to defend against the push of Lyon, but as Dokla shows up, he has enough HP to just force down this tier 1, even though he has to absorb a couple turret shots in the process.
Talk about how, oh, this guy is really trolling the mid lane matchup. You need to play it differently like this. You need to be more aggressive at this level, or he did the wrong skill order.
Okay, Inspired going in now. Has that knockwave with Saint yet again with True Shot Barrage over the top. It's that easy for Lyon. With that infinite mana. As Blabber goes in for the Cataclysm onto Inspired. Flag and drag right back out like you were talking about earlier. Azale, there's your engage coming out with the Knockwave. C9 scatters, they're trying to regroup in time. Dokla with the pressure onto Sven here into the back line. Sven dies, but so does Dokla. APA going gold, but he is likely to fall here too. No, he survives thanks to the shielding. True Shot Barrage flies through and just barely misses the Emperor of Shurima. APA does have his teleport to come back to this fight if C9 want to keep going back for it. As you're going to see Saint do a very similar play here. He still has his Seeker's Arm Guard ready to go. APA had to use his stasis through the Hourglass in the earlier fight. TP is bringing both mid laners back into the action now as APA arrives first. C9 control over the Drake. It's down to about 3,000. It's going to get lower. APA trying to keep everybody away. Thanatos with the weirding over the wall, and Inspired has to retreat. The Dragon claimed by C9.
Yeah, nicely done. You know, even though the initial fight went the way...
One of those new additions to the game in 2026 with the Endless Hunger, the Omni Vamp, that you really get the biggest amount of it once you get at least one takedown. And now in mid lane, there's your Knockwave yet again. Inspired. The delivery system finds its way to the Corki, and Sven is down. Blabber has to go full retreat now, lest he be caught in the same isolated from the rest of the team. C9 looking to push back forward towards the Drake. Lyon looking for their opportunities here, but all of the ultis are spent. There's still Cataclysm. There's still Emperor's Divide for C9. They know they've got these tools. They know they have more resources to work with, and it allows them to claim the objective.
I mean, that was ridiculously close. They
got
almost...
that ulti ready again. Okay, Paranoia once more ready to cast. Sven gonna go ahead, start up the Drake. C9 has control over the pit. Dokla popping the dominance, tries to go in, finds Thanatos, knocked up into the air by the bubble, but there's your Knockwave! Falcon's already down. Lyon continues pressing forward, and Dokla's got the kill on Thanatos. The Croc about to drop, but Blabber doesn't have the damage to take him out. Inspired's right on top of the Drake, and APA is dead. Lyon rule the river, and C9 falls to pieces. Sven's gonna get procced by the fear, and he's down. Everybody on C9 except for
Tried to flash the combo, didn't time it well, pulled the combo into the rest of their team, and ended up making it this AoE engage. This was key, though, from Sven. Turns around, knocks down Berserker, because without that, they would have lost.
As Thanatos going to walk in there. Dokla is spotted on the ward. They know where the Croc is. As soon as he's tagged with the weirding, he goes into the dominance. True Shot Barrage flies through, but it only hits Sven. Now Saint could be in a little bit of danger here. Inspired trying to find Sven. Dokla now on top of the 80 carry from C9, but it's going bad for Lyon. They've already lost Saint, and Dokla's Guardian Angel will not keep him from the gates of hell. A shutdown goes to Sven, as Lyon have already lost 2 men, and C9 are looking for a Dragon Soul.
Yeah, that may be the straw that breaks the Lions back here. This is going to be the Soul. It's going to be probably the Baron right after it as well, as Lyon trying to look for these clever angles on the engage, but they get spotted out. Berserker's doing a lot of work, though.
Yeah, Berserker's trying to make something happen here. Blabber goes forward, forces the flash out of the 80 carry for Lyon. And yeah, Dokla, it's one of those cardinal sins about wrapping deep through the enemy jungle looking for the flank. You've got to have a sweeper or a control ward or something, because as soon as they saw Dokla, they jumped on him, they punished him, and Lyon wasn't able to answer. Now it's C9 going after the Baron. Saint is still dead for 10 seconds. Dokla's still dead for 15. Nobody on Lyon is going to stop anything about this. And the pendulum swings.
I need a comeback here, because this is going to be really, really tough. Saint is split pushing top. Dokla's trying to push in mid. So Cloud9 is just going to play through one lane. They're just going to try to barrel down this bot lane. And if Saint doesn't recall really soon, that inhibitor is just absolutely gone.
Exactly. Lion's saying we think that the best thing we can do is try to create distractions in side lanes, and C9 will answer with a death ball
but they try to
in the bottom lane, as Berserker is now the target. They want a full set with Sven and Blabber, as Inspired is now super low on HP. They're almost ready to kill the Nocturne, but they can't quite get the DPS.
Saint's still going.
C9 is demanding a response from the solo laners of Lyon. Saint finally completes his recall, but the first Nexus turret is already down. Lyon can't find their opportunity to stand their ground. APA goes in for the shuffle. He's not going to find a target on Inspire, but it will not matter. The Nexus is gone, and C9 takes game 1.
C9 able to pull a rabbit out of the hat there. They take the game, but damn, I feel like Lyon, wait.